Hello and welcome. We will now start the setup and verification process. And to get started, we are going to first click verify a new email address. And if you are in sandbox mode, when you start with AWS, you're going to need to verify the to address also. But we are going to start by verifying our from email address. We're going to do that by clicking verify a new email address. And when we get to this dialog box, we're going to put in the email address that we want to verify. And then we're going to click verify this email address. SES will then send the verification email to our email box. So we'll need to go to the email address and then verify the link. You should then see an email address from Amazon Web Services. You're going to want to open that email. You'll then want to verify this link. You should then get a congratulations message saying that your email address is now verified. And once you've verified, you'll note that Amazon will tell you that if you have not applied for a sending limit increase, then you're still in the sandbox environment and you can only send to email addresses that have been verified. So now what we'll need to do, if you're in sandbox mode, is to go through the same process, verify another email address so that you'll be able to send to test that email address. In order to test, we'll now go back to the Amazon SES console. And what we're going to do now is we're going to click this link that says email addresses. We're then going to choose our from email address, so we're going to highlight it, and we're going to click send a test email. Now again, if your account is still in sandbox mode, you'll need to send to a verified email address. So you'll need to have another email address that's already been verified that you can send to test the system. If you're not in sandbox mode, you can write in the email address you're going to be sending to. You can write in your subject and then your body. And once you've written the email, you can then click send test email. You should then be able to go to your inbox and then see the email that has been sent. And if you do, that means that the system is working properly. In order to begin using Amazon SES, you are going to need to move out of the sandbox mode. And if you are still in, you are going to need to go through a few steps. First, you're going to need to visit this particular link. And this is where you're going to open up a request to move out of the SES sandbox. You're going to choose your region for sending, and then you're going to determine your sending quota or your send rate. You can actually request to be out of the sandbox and request a sending increase at the same time. So you can do that right here. The most important part of this process is that you are going to tell Amazon how you intend to use the SES system. You're going to want to tell them how you're going to build and acquire your mailing list. You're going to tell them how you're going to handle any bounces or complaints. You're going to tell them how people are going to be able to unsubscribe from your mailing list and how you're going to respond to those requests. And then you're going to tell them how you arrived at the number in terms of a sending increase that you requested. And once you submit, this request is going to take one entire business day to evaluate. Now, Amazon also says this, quote, if you want to have your account removed from the sandbox but you don't want a sending limit increase, specify either a daily sending quota of 200 or a maximum send rate of 1, depending on the value you choose for limit. These are the limits that Amazon SES applies by default to all accounts in the sandbox. So this will get you out of the sandbox without raising your sending limit so that you can continue to test the system. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.